Well, Andre, I'll say something that's similar about the two. They were two very, very sweet people, very, very heartwarming and delightful individuals to work with. Andre was exactly as you imagine him to be. He was a gentle giant. Andre told Billy Crystal, so he had this special gift to people who are sick and know it, but they're not going to live a long life. He had that special something that we can all benefit from by spending time with people who are terminally ill, which is they get something that most of us take for granted, which is they have that secret that life is precious and that we must cherish it every day and spend every moment wisely. And so being with Andre, I'm trying to move it. Andre was really a very, very special person. He was really very sweet. And he had that gift, and he shared it with everyone. So spending every moment with him, the joy, the real joy of his heart. We can all learn from that, you know. I know I'm just as guilty. I sometimes take life for granted. Some days we get caught up in, you know, things that we think are important that aren't, you know. But Andre really knew that. He knew that secret, that we have to spend every moment that we have cherishing it and sharing the love and compassion with each other. And he was so funny. I mean, he was able to laugh at himself in such a way that I'll give you a story that'll make you laugh now, having cried. Andre had to wear a wig in the movie because Rob wanted him to have this long hair, this long curly hair. And it was, you know, very hot. It was one of the unusually hot summers that we had in England that year. So when we came to shoot the scene, I don't know if you remember when we were on the parapet, where myself and Mandy here were trying to look over the parapet to see if storming the cabin, right? Andre let out this fart that could be heard 2 counties over. Even the sound guy did this. And from the top of his wig was the steam coming out, which I'll never know to this day if it was related. And I looked up at Andre with my ears still ringing, like a gunshot had gone off. And he let out this laugh like he knew. And I swear to God, Mandy and we were crying, laughing with him. We all three of us laughed for about an hour, including Rob Reiner. And Rob came up to me at one point and goes, "What are we going to do? We have to finish the scene." And I said, "Rob, tell me some horrible story, something sad." But it was just a wonderful moment. He was able to laugh. He laughed so hard that day. We all did. It was so sweet and so funny. But I thought I'd just share that with you to lighten the mood. I know it's a crude story, but Andre's giant fart is definitely worth mentioning. Morgan Freeman. Morgan Freeman I've done 3 movies with him. He is a consummate professional. He's one of those guys when you go to work, you go, okay, I'm here to learn. Suddenly speaking for myself. I'm just here to learn. I'm here to watch and observe and learn from the master. Because Morgan, I just went to
an AFI tribute to him a couple of months ago. And you look at the guy's body of work, and it's extraordinary. I mean, from the first movie, Street Smart, I don't know if any of you saw it, if anyone saw it here. And if you haven't, rent it. It's his first role. This guy went from being on the Electric Company, right? Electric Company? To playing a pimp opposite Christopher Reeve. The campaign to have him be in this movie was Chris Reeve wanted to, get away from playing the role of Superman to do something a little bit more gritty. And he found this project about this reporter who tracks down a pimp and wants to get, do a story on him. And Morgan gives a performance that is just terrifyingly brilliant in it. And I remember seeing that. When I got cast in Glory, I was like, oh my God, I'm going to get to work with Morgan Freeman, I mean, the man's a legend. And he's just so incredible to watch. He can switch it on like that. His talent is extraordinary. And he's also able to laugh at himself. That's another quality he shares with Andre. He takes his work seriously. But he laughs at himself, He's able to have a really good time. And I think one of the things he taught me earlier on is that not taking yourself too seriously is obviously a good thing, because that's how I roll anyway, as you can probably tell. But keeping a light atmosphere on the set is crucial because it allows everyone to relax, and out of relaxation comes creativity, and that's key to it all. So he gave me that gift very early on. I'm very grateful for that. Yes. Back here?
Yeah, actually, I was just curious, considering, Gary, that your acting skills go across many different genres of movies, I was curious, one, what's your favorite kind of genre of movie to film? Two, what would be the favorite film that you made?
Okay, good question. I guess I've done a lot of historical dramas, as you can probably tell. History was my favorite subject at school, just because. Thank you. Your favorite subject too. Well, if you break down his story, it's a storytelling. I mean, it's about our past. And I don't know who was it who said, some very wise and intelligent person once said, if we don't learn from history, to repeat it. So I would go to, yeah, right? Okay. Sure. As an ever-evolving species, we sometimes do not learn from our past. And I think that history has a lot to teach us, and we can benefit from it. And I was very blessed in that I grew up in England, where we have an incredible school system, and I learned not just English history, we actually had to learn American history. I bet you guys didn't have to learn English history. But we had to learn English history and American, which I loved. I was fascinated by the American Revolution. I actually was in the United States for the bicentenary, 1976. I was here. It was incredible. I guess I'm aging myself now, but yeah, it was exciting. I mean, this whole country lit up with this incredible pride at your independence. It was just extraordinary. Everywhere you went were red, white, and blue flags and the American flag, and everyone dressing up as soldiers and just like they do, reenactments and stuff. It was incredible. So it was like history coming alive to me. So I guess, in answer to your question, historical roles are the ones that I tend to lean towards, that resonate with me the most. And I've tried to sort of be kind of picky about them. I don't just take any role if I can help it. But when historical movies are very hard to make, obviously. They're very expensive, and they require a great deal of money to pay for props and set design and costumes and so on and so forth. So they're few and far between nowadays, and the studios are very nervous to make them now anyway because of the cost, because they don't know if they can see a return on it. But I'm hoping that there'll be